just got back from dinner with my girlfriends. We're all like late 30s women living in San Diego, like very successful, jobs on our own. Like most of us have master's degrees and we're all single.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
And a big part of our conversation tonight was like, what does that mean? Like, what does the future hold? And I think that, I mean, we've tried, we've all dated, and it just doesn't seem like there's men who are there to date right now. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's some sort of like millennial crisis. Like, I really don't know what the issue is, but it's just like, we're all financially independent and we're looking for something beyond that. Like, yeah, you can bring money, like, yeah, but do you have emotional intelligence? And that's like what a huge part of our conversation was tonight.
Man, you gotta love it. This new phenomenon, buzzword, that women are just adding to their bag and their repertoire, emotional intelligence. But it's funny, if you ask them to actually define it, they wouldn't know. And how they perceive it, would they even reciprocate that to the man? And 9 times out of 10, it's no, because they put that jacket of an emotional intelligent person on a man to benefit them, while they're just looking to receive everything. So they have rules for you, but none for them.
Is that our standards have just gotten so high, and if there are guys who don't meet that, like, I think that we've gotten to the conclusion that we're fine with that and we're fine with being on our own.
Yeah, you say that now, but watch one of you or any of your friends get knocked up within 5 to 7 years after saying that. Let's just assume you guys are still friends. Then immediately, once all of the other women find out in that friend group that that one girl has been knocked up and she dropped her standards, because women typically crack. They will settle after a while when their looks begin to fade and they've been on the market for too long. Guess what that's going to do? That's going to ring the alarm again. The competition is back on, the lights are on, and all of you are competing and looking for men to try to get or replicate exactly what the other women that don't want to be ostracized in that situation, all those other women, they all want that same thing. So you guys all compete. And then you guys get bitter and jealous and you fight and you fall out and you don't want to be friends anymore. It's the same story. They always try to paint a different picture, but it's always the same result.
This guy who was like, women would hate living in a society without men to protect them. And
Murph, bro, where do you keep respawning from? Where are you coming from, bro? Didn't you just get blown up?
And this woman was like, but if men weren't living in a society, what would they have to protect us from? And someone commented, tight jaws. Babes, I got you. Let me tell you, this trick works every single time. This jar is already open, but I'm going to show you the trick just so you can get the gist of it. Right, every jar.
The mere fact that you got this new skin and you literally cannot open up a jar with your hand and you have to use a spoon, just that lets me know you should probably go back to the force.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I did everything they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips like a pro, the best hotels, flying business, you name it, right? The works. And I stayed independent. But no one told me about how lonely I was going to be on those trips. Being successful looks really good on the outside, but, and I'm proud of everything that I did. Don't get me wrong. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of all of my accomplishments, but it was very lonely. I feel very lonely all the time. Success doesn't check in on you when you're spiraling at home. Doesn't check in with you when you're having a bad day, doesn't check in with you when or just when you miss your family back home. Don't get me wrong, being strong got me very far in my career and I'm very proud of everything that I've done, but I'm done pretending that I'm okay because I'm not.
Man, I love how she likes to say that she's proud of her accomplishments. The only reason why she says that now and says that in general is because that's all she has. And that's the thing. If she had a man that she actually truly loved, admired, respect, and had a child from that guy, and she and that child was being taken care of, like, man, fuck these accomplishments. This is the accomplishment. But that's all she has because she's been scammed. She's been lied to. She's been masculinized. And none of those things she should be proud of. I think it's all cap because those things didn't lead to her fulfillment or happiness. It just pushed her away from a guy, a child, and the life that she really wanted.
Now. Everybody I know is single right now. Put that in there. If you're feeling weird about it, it's hot girl summer. That's why you're single.
He belongs to the streets.
A few months ago, I went on a first date with a guy from Hinge, and on his profile, he said he was looking for a long-term relationship. I was like, period, a man who knows what he wants, and he's going to say it loudly and proudly. We love that. We get on the first date, he's telling me about himself. He's like, yeah, I'm looking for a partner. I like to travel, blah, blah. I would love to have kids. Amazing. Doesn't ask me a single question about me. The only time he found things out about me is if I asked him first, and he was like, well, what about you? So you're telling me a person you've never met before, you have nothing to ask. You don't want to know anything. The art of asking questions might be dead. Curiosity was not in the room with us. It's so difficult for me to understand because I'm literally so curious about everyone ever all the time. I want to know everything. One thing about me is I'm gonna call it out. I literally said, is there anything that you want to know about me? He said, oh, I'm good. You're good? You're all good? You're good on what? You're good on what? And so I'm thinking, okay, I've been on dates before where I'm not really feeling the first date and I'm like mindful of the questions I ask because I don't want to give them the wrong idea. The man asked me on a second date. But it's giving I could be anybody. It's giving it could be a wall and he would be good. And I don't know if this is an epidemic of men who are good looking, who have never had to try a day in their life or like what the tea is. And unfortunately, this isn't the first time this has happened to me. And I know this is happening to some of y'all out there too.
After me doing over 1,000 videos, I still don't understand. How do women not understand and get, like, it's just, it should be common sense. Maybe it is to us, but not to them, that we are just not like you guys. So all the descriptions that she was given, the descriptors of her jumping around and be like, oh, I want to know everything about you, and expecting a man to just be that same way. But if he does, if he gets down to your level and he has a high-pitched voice, you can be like, what the hell? This is unattractive. So him being masculine, attractive already, and dealing with multitudes of women, he knows what's working and what's not working. But for some reason, women want you to be on that same level with them. It's almost like, no, it is like they are pretty much trying to disqualify you, because women look to disqualify men and cut you loose, while men look to qualify to keep the woman to get, you know, because our options are scarce most of the time. But women have the option. It's just nuts when you see them trying to set you up. So this is just the okie doke. I wouldn't fall for it.
Really hard to find a equivalent high value man.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
I just ignore almost everything that women say because it's almost all bull. Because you ask women, like, what do you want in a guy? And then you look at the last 20 guys they have like almost none of those things on the list, which is why like women dating coaches are just like such a waste of time. There's what women say they want, and then there's what they respond to, and what they respond to is what's important, right? And I don't think a lot of them understand like the subconscious response mechanisms too.
That Western mindset, they don't even blink. It ain't even in my mind, and I got the creeps. Man, these hoes got nerve trying to call us cheap while we overseas looking heavy and can hardly breathe. Now they walk around the states looking incomplete. Anything I pull out here, you can't compete. Just when you thought you had something up your sleeve, men passing you like some weed, club PCD.
Tokyo drift, can you trust me? Can you even take a risk? The way you move your hips, baby, can you drive stick? Put the top down, now you wanna take pics. Tokyo drift, can I trust